Hello, this is GeoTechLand, and today I'll be talking about Peertube and why I think everyone should join Peertube as the alternative to YouTube. So, what is Peertube? Peertube is actually a software, an open source software created by a nonprofit French organization. If you want your videos or content to be in good hands, they can be, because you can put it literally in your hands by hosting your own instance of Peertube. The other benefit is that because it's decentralized and there can be multiple independent people hosting instances of Peertube, if you join a Peertube instance, it's usually small enough where you can even communicate with the person managing it. So the other powerful thing too is that, especially if you do decide to host your own instance, and let's say a video gets a bunch of traffic, you may think, wow, this is going to exhaust the server that I'm hosting it on. But because due to the nature that it's using torrent technology, let's say a video goes viral here, let's say it's millions of users watching at the same time, they'll eventually start distributing the video to other people watching. That way there won't be a load on the server, so especially down the line it may be very ultimately more reliable, I think, or has the potential to be more reliable. The other main thing is that I'm going to compare this to DTube, where DTube I thought was a really good alternative, but it has proven itself, because it's using a lot of new technology, to be frustrating for users to upload videos, whereas Peertube from the get-go has been pretty stable and consistent. And again, if something ever goes wrong where you're having issues uploading, it's usually going to be an issue with the hosting. And again, since all the instances can be smaller and more distributed, you can just ask the person who's managing the instance, like, hey, what's going on, and get an update that way. Because it is open source and nonprofit, it can never die, so you'll never hear the story like, oh, Peertube was trying to compete with YouTube, but YouTube is so good that Peertube is now bankrupt and it's being closed, because there is no one organization that hosts all the Peertube instances, and anyone can host it. So that's the benefit. In a sense, Peertube will be around forever as long as someone has the software installed on their server. It's essentially not something meant to die, something like VidMe. And in that sense, it is stable. Here are some of the instances you can join, or you guys can launch your own instances. And this is what I would recommend if you're an established content creator. It may be better to just host your own videos. Worst case, you may need to hire a person to kind of set it up for you and maybe keep it up to date. It gives you that freedom to do that and puts control in your hands. Now, my only concerns is that I guess it could be, for like average users, it could be daunting choosing an instance. I think as this software grows and the community grows, it'll be easier. Maybe there'll be more established instances, and there'll be just a process of finding which are instances that you can trust, in a sense. My other main concern too, and this is more a concern with, in general, decentralized social media and video hosting, is that the instance you choose keeps control of what content you can see, in a sense. So because you can only see whatever instances they follow, when you go to like let's say for example the trending, you can kind of only see the instances that are already being followed by your instance. In my case, it's peertube.social. So I don't think that's a good idea, because I always say to give the users control of what content they can manage and see. So that's kind of my main concern, and I hopefully there could be some middle ground for that. But because I'm always wondering, what if I'm missing a video that otherwise I would have liked, but my instance is not following it? So I would at least have it be more transparent. That's kind of like a big concern, because I definitely don't want to be limited by anything or anyone. And I definitely would like to see better, and this is the case again with decentralized networks, but just more filters like by region, by language. That way I won't have to see videos like in other languages. Maybe I can just say, hey, I want to see US videos, or maybe English speaking countries only. Maybe I'll throw in some Spanish and English. That's kind of my general concern there. And so the only thing I wanted to mention, I'll give you an example. Like, I'm on peertube.social. The reason why I picked this one is that they didn't have a quota for videos. Because I'm a content creator, I thought that was important. But generally, let's say you're part of an instance, you go to about, you can find out what their terms are, what content they'll allow or won't allow. And because you know that this is a smaller person, this is like a small business in a sense, it makes me more compelled to want to donate and support. That's a good thing, because we kind of understand that hosting space and storage is pretty limited. So again, it makes you feel like you're part of a community by doing this too. So that's kind of interesting. One other thing I wanted to mention here is that one new feature that wasn't there before, that probably should have been there from the beginning, was that when you have your channel, the only way to subscribe to you was to create a Mastodon account. And I'll probably have a video on what Mastodon is, but it's a social network. And that was the only way you can technically follow me. But now, recently they introduced that you can follow my actual channel rather than just my user, because technically I have my main username is GeotechLand, and the video channel name is called GeotechLand, but they're kind of two separate things. So now you can follow the actual channel itself, and all you got to do is have a Peertube account. You don't necessarily need to create a Mastodon account, although I recommend you guys do, but that's a topic for a later video. Just a few basic things I wanted to show you. This is the upload process. If I wanted to upload a video, choose there. I can choose the channel. I can choose if it's public, unlisted, private, and I'll actually show you what happens after. So I'm gonna go to maybe my videos. I'm gonna edit this video. So when you're uploading, it starts showing you the percentage. You can add captions, you can add thumbnails. You can just set the tags, description. You can choose what channel you want to publish it on, the category, the license, and language, the privacy level, and if it contains mature or explicit content. So those are a few. I mean, it's very basic, but generally this is everything you need when you're uploading. So I'm actually going to put a link in the description to my channel page, actually, because usually I would post my overall Peertube username or user account link. Here I'm actually going to put my channel. If you liked the video, please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.